Why'd you pull me over?
Sir, I'm Corporal Metz with Comal County Sheriff's
Okay.
Office. The reason you were stopped was for a Class C misdemeanor of disorderly conduct.
Why'd you pull me over?
Sir, I'm Corporal Metz with Comal County Sheriff's
Okay.
Office. The reason you were stopped was for a Class C misdemeanor of disorderly conduct.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license on you?
What's a disorderly conduct?
You were making obscene gestures out your window.
Okay, that's protected by the First Amendment.
No, sir, where the public may possibly be offended.
Who's the complainant? Who's the complainant?
Do you have your driver's license?
I do have my driver license. Who's the complainant?
Do you have your driver's license?
Hold this.
Thank you.
You guys are gonna get sued for this. My attorney's gonna eat your asses up. You guys cannot be the complainants as officers.
Do you have your driver's
I'm gonna
license?
reach in my back pocket. Don't fucking shoot me. You understand me?
Any weapons in the car?
I already told you I don't have no weapons. I ain't answering no more fucking questions.
Okay, sir.
Where's my license?
Thanks, sir. Where are y'all headed to?
None of your fucking business.
Okay. That's of course our point of their politics. Yeah. 10562645 subject Todd Ferguson. Check locals. Okay, sir. As I explained, the reason
Shut the fuck up. Are you gonna give me a ticket or not? Are you gonna give me a ticket?
for disorderly conduct,
Okay.
and gestures.
Okay.
You were flying a middle finger out the window.
Yes.
The public pretends-
Oh, you fucking little butthurt.
I wanted to make contact with you and advise you not to do that in the future.
Whatever.
Okay?
Look, guys. You're being live streamed right now. There's fucking 1,000 people watching your ass. Give me my fucking license and let me go.
No, sir, you're detained right now, so just sit tight.
For what? You gonna write me a ticket?
You'll find out here in just
Okay,
a
I
second.
wish you would. I wish you would write me a ticket.
She's probably gonna arrest you.
So just sit tight, and we'll be back with you in a minute. Stay in your vehicle, okay?
Butthurt. I flipped them off.
This video opens with one of the most constitutionally clear traffic stop justifications ever offered by a citizen, and it lands before the officer finishes explaining the reason for the stop. The reason you were stopped was for a Class C misdemeanor of disorderly conduct. The driver's response is immediate. That's protected by the First Amendment. The officer claims the gesture was made where the public may possibly be offended. The driver's response closes the legal argument in one sentence. Who's the complainant? Because for disorderly conduct to be actionable, there must be a victim, a specific person who was specifically disturbed. The officers themselves cannot be the complainants. They are not members of the public who happen to be offended. They are law enforcement who chose to follow someone for a gesture. Then the gun warning. I'm going to reach in my back pocket. Don't shoot me. You understand me. A man reaching for his own license is narrating his movements for safety, which tells you everything about what police encounters feel like for the people on the other side of them. 3 encounters across this video. A finger flip, a Target parking lot assault, a CPS welfare check that turned into a Fourth Amendment standoff, and in every one, the citizen knows the law better than the officers enforcing it.
They pulled me over because I flipped them off, guys. Everybody share this live stream right now. 2 butthurt bitches right here. That's free speech. You goddamn right it is. This is Comal County Sheriff's Department, guys. You guys feel free to look up the number and give them a call and explain to them what the First Amendment is when it comes to flipping police officers off. These bitches were liable to shoot me, man. What's your name and badge number?
I'm Deputy Peavey.
Peasy?
PV.
Peavey?
Yes,
You got a
sir.
badge number?
461.
461, guys. The supervisor is on the scene. Is she the supervisor? Is she the supervisor?
Yes, sir.
Did you pull me over or did she pull me over?
Corporal pulled over.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, what's a good phone number for you?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Will you sign this warning or not?
And what happens if I don't?
Nothing. You can refuse.
You gonna arrest me if I don't sign it?
No, sir. It's just a warning. It's not a citation.
All right, let me have it. I'm not gonna sign it.
Okay. All right, sir. Like I said, you are receiving a warning today for disorderly conduct. It's a Class C misdemeanor. Okay. You cannot flash obscene gestures. And
You're a fucking lying stupid bitch.
Okay.
That's the First Amendment, and my fucking Millie Thompson's my attorney. She's gonna fucking sue your ass.
Okay, sir.
Bitch, give me my fucking license. Is that disorderly conduct too? You're a fucking police officer. Stick out up your. Give me my fucking license, you stupid cunt.
There you go.
Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Have a good day.
Fuck you.
This video opens with one of the most constitutionally clear traffic stop justifications ever offered by a citizen, and it lands before the officer finishes explaining the reason for the stop. The reason you were stopped was for a classy misdemeanor of disorderly conduct. The driver's response is immediate. That's protected by the First Amendment. The officer claims the gesture was made where the public may possibly be offended. The driver's response closes the legal argument in one sentence. Who's the complainant? Because for disorderly conduct to be actionable, there must be a victim, a specific person who was specifically disturbed. The officers themselves cannot be the complainants. They are not members of the public who happen to be offended. They are law enforcement who chose to follow someone for a gesture. Then the gun warning. I'm going to reach in my back pocket. Don't shoot me. You understand me. A man reaching for his own license is narrating his movements for safety, which tells you everything about what police encounters feel like for the people on the other side of them. 3 encounters across this video. A finger flip, a Target parking lot assault, a CPS welfare check that turned into a Fourth Amendment standoff, and in every one, the citizen knows the law better than the officers enforcing it.
The officers initiated a traffic stop without a violation, later justified it with speech they found offensive, and ultimately issued no citation. Protected expression cannot be retrofitted into reasonable suspicion, and authority does not expand because an officer feels disrespected. A stop that produces no charge, no citation, and no articulable offense reflects a failure of lawful justification, not citizen misconduct. If you like this video, please leave the number 5 in the comments section.
You know what? Why am I on film? No, can I see your face?
I'll you up, dog. Don't touch me, homeboy. I will drop you. Try it again, little man. Try that shit again, homeboy. Hey, I'll fucking handle you, dog. Hey, don't be ever touching no one, homeboy. Don't ever touch.
Alright, Jeff. So what I want right now is everybody to put their cameras over here on the dash cam or on the front of my car, okay?
We have footage of us being attacked.
This is all private property. You understand that,
okay.
Right? I understand you guys know your difference between public and private, right? This is all private property. They do not want you around here doing this. Do you understand that?
Okay.
So what I want everybody to do is put their cameras on the hood of my car right now. Everybody put your cameras on the hood of my car. I'm going to give you one more chance.
Is there a sergeant here? Because I have footage of being attacked.
Okay, so if we're going to figure that out, I need everybody to put their cameras on the hood of my car.
Usually you guys look at it right away so we don't do this whole thing. Yeah, let me show you. So while he's over there embellishing a line, I have footage that clearly shows, oh, and look, my face was hurt too. Look, right there, scratch from the guy right here.
You need to go over to targets for desire prosecution for trespass.
You can't trespass on Pruneyard law.
Dude, the private property.
No, it's not. We do this every day. This is what we do. Just like you do that, we do this.
Over here.
Not us.
Okay, well, Target called us.
Okay, cool. Target's way over there. Assaulted, as you saw. Okay, so should I press charges right now because you're here? Because I think I should press charges.
It's a simple.
Because he's not listening.
What I'm telling you is, this is all private
property. It doesn't matter. Right here, it doesn't matter. That right there, every time you guys come, you guys tell us thank you. That's it. That's all. You're the one taking it where it doesn't need to be.
This is all private property. You know what trespass is.
No, you don't. Not here. Every sergeant. I know. Just get your sergeant out here. That's what they all do. Okay.
Tell you the same thing.
Then we don't need to talk anymore. You obviously don't want to listen. You don't even want to read. No, you won't even read it. Read it. Read it. Read it. How come How come? Oh, look at that. He'll read it for you.
States could allow individuals to engage in free speech activities, such as distributing literature and soliciting signatures on
petitions.
Property.
Look at that petition right there.
Centers,
okay.
Cool. Cool. Just wait for your sergeant. You keep saying stuff that are not accurate. We're not. We're trying to enlighten you and make sure you understand.
If somebody on private property, on their own property,
is this the sergeant?
No.
No. Okay.
Deputy's Hall is 11653.
Thanks, boss.
If they don't want
When
you,
the sergeant gets
if the
there and he
property
wants to
owner
tell us to
doesn't want
leave,
you
we'll
here,
leave. But
bring our decision.
well, you
Okay.
should, because that's the most important thing.
Effectively enhances protections for free speech and
Oh, we're trying to talk to you about it. You just want to enforce your your
No, dude,
opinion.
I'm doing.
We're
What the
trying to
property
force-
owners need to walk away and not do this anymore. But I'm telling you, if a deputy goes over there and Target signs a trespass authorization, I'm going to arrest you all for trespass. You're just causing issues. You're pissing people off. You're walking around the middle of the parking lot. The businesses don't want you here. It's as simple as that. If a private company or private property does not want you here, they have
Look,
the right
we
to
have
tell
left
you
before
they
when
do
a
not want
sergeant.
you
So
here.
9 out of 10, a sergeant comes, reads it, lets us stay. The one off, he says to leave.
Okay.
We'll leave. That's fine.
What's that? No. Do you, after seeing the video footage, is there anything you want done for that?
Wait a minute. So
I'm asking you.
you're being nice to me now. I appreciate
I've
you.
been
I
cooperative with you. I've been
You
trying to figure
came
this out
out
from the
very hostile to
Because
us.
Target was telling us that they didn't want you there. Dispatch here for was an assault.
Yes,
Okay?
I was
And
assaulted.
There was also other people. No, the guy over there called saying he was assaulted.
Right, but he lied, obviously.
All the other companies, there was a few different places here that
Okay.
were calling saying they wanted trespass. Okay. Is there anything you want done for the assault? You want done?
What can I do now that he's gone?
It's up to you, man. Okay. So now
I
what
mean-
I'm going to ask now is, no one wants you to trespass. So okay. That's what we were here for.
Yeah, we don't even go inside of him.
Okay.
We would never. Why would we ever put ourselves in a
I don't know,
position
dude.
like that?
That's, I'm
Exactly.
telling you what I was dispatched
All right.
for.
Look, that's my partner with dispatch too. He was dispatched to a trespass at Target where they wanted you removed.
Right.
You're not inside Target. So-
We never went in
Okay,
Target.
so that's a different story.
Yeah.
And then we were dispatched here for
And
the
you know,
assault.
they
the alleged
they
assault,
embellish. You know,
and
they
I needed to
embellish.
figure that out. Have a good one.
Nah.
Yeah.
We're good? All right. All right, gentlemen.
Hey, thank you,
Again,
man.
just please stay out of the road.
Yeah, yep. Thank you.
Coward, you don't wear your face mask? You're not going to show your face? You film your face.
Don't come over here.
Look at my face. I do want to press charges.
These pieces of shit
You're
with their
coming-
face
you're
covered
coming
because
over
they're
here.
cowards.
I am.
You know what?
Go away.
Shut up, you little
away.
fucking coward.
See that? Hey, I'd like to press charges.
Go away.
He needs to learn.
He's lying.
Yo, dude.
Yeah, you know what? I never even got near you. So,
Just let him conduct
Okay,
his thing. And
okay.
go that
Sorry.
way. I appreciate it.
Okay.
What's up, boss?
So he doesn't want anything done. I didn't get the whole video. All I got is that short video of what happened with you. Okay. I have his word, your word, and what I saw in the video footage. Okay.
Yeah, him attacking me.
He-
Yeah,
I
right here. Look,
understand
I have a
I
physical
understand
mark right there. See that?
He just wants to squash the whole incident.
I bet he does, because now he realizes he can go to jail, huh? Hey, if he can come and say sorry to me, I'll stop it.
Nobody's gonna go to jail.
Tell him I need an apology and we're good.
I can't tell him that, dude.
They always do.
Okay.
All you guys always offer it, some apology
Okay.
and we're good. I always get them.
Okay.
So just go ask and let him know, like, hey, there is nothing to push on me. No matter what, my video shows him walking away 20 feet, hitting me in my face, and I got a mark, and it's already recorded. I did nothing to the guy. I'm wishing prosecution. There is nothing. There isn't even mutual comment. It's not even a question. Okay? So I want to press charges on this gentleman. Are you going to press charges? What are we doing here? Why is it even a question? I have video footage. I have
The
a
thing
mark
is,
on my
I have
face.
All about word against word. And
There's no
the
word
little
against
bit
word.
that I saw in the video footage.
That's all you need. 20
Okay.
feet away, walking up, you saw him reach for my face. You saw. I'll show you again.
Okay. Let me just hold on.
I want to prosecute this man. If he was being cordial and respectful, I would have let it go. Or an apology. He can either go to jail or an apology.
look. Sorry. Let's squash this, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you. Just be more, respectful next time, boss. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
This is the most legally complex encounter in this entire video because it involves an assault, a camera seizure demand, a First Amendment petition activity claim, and a victim who gives his attacker a choice between an apology and prosecution. The auditors are in a parking lot near a Target doing petition work under Punyard law, the California Supreme Court ruling that allows First Amendment activities in certain private commercial spaces. A man approaches, gets confrontational about being filmed, touches the camera, and makes contact with the auditor's face. The auditor has footage. The mark is visible. Officers arrive. The demand that no officer can legally make. I want everybody to put their cameras on the hood of my car right now. The counter. They have footage of being attacked. The sergeant reviews the video. The victim names the choice he is offering. He can either go to jail or an apology. And then the most unexpected resolution in this video. The attacker apologizes. The victim accepts. The charges are dropped by mutual agreement. But the First Amendment question remains open. Officers claim this is all private property. The auditors cite Panyard. The sergeant who arrives confirms nobody is trespassed. Nobody is arrested. The petition continues. And the man who touched someone's face over a camera walks away with an apology instead of handcuffs, which may or may not be the outcome a deterrent-based justice system would prefer.
That's
It's not like they're passive. They're literally causing people to be scared. They're scaring people for no reason. It's not like, okay, but I'm saying I'm all for First Amendment, but this isn't First Amendment. This is like intimidation. It's not right.
An unprovoked civilian initiated threats and physical contact, establishing assault before any police involvement. The cameraman's demand for prosecution or an apology reflects a victim asserting lawful agency, not escalation. The real concern is the reluctance to act despite clear video evidence and a visible injury. Discretion in enforcement must never slide into tolerance for intimidation. When assault becomes negotiable, accountability erodes, and public trust collapses with it.
Slaughter. S-L-A-U-G-H-T.
What's your badge number?
61.
Okay, we got him. What's your name, sir?
You don't have anything to do with this case.
Huh?
You don't have anything to do with this case.
Oh, I got a lot to do with it. That's my child and my granddaughter. I have a lot to do with it. That's my seed. So you in the wrong, you way out of pocket. Don't tell me that's my child. Okay, so I'm through talking. You ain't gonna talk to nobody in here but me.
Okay.
And you're gonna do it on the other side of that door.
Can I explain you want?
I already know why you're here. If you're here with a CPS worker, I already know. I got a slight idea why you may be here. But it ain't gonna go down like that. Not today. Not today.
Why?
You want to talk to me? We're going on the other side of that door. Other than that, you hold no authority in here. No authority. Have I broke the law?
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
No.
Is anybody here committed any kind of criminal acts?
No.
You need to exit my door.
Exit
I'm telling you, dude, exit my house, or I promise you, I'm gonna put a lawsuit on you that you're not gonna be able to handle. I'm coming for your pension. I'm coming for everything.
You won't get it.
Who won't get it? You keep believing that. You keep believing that. I didn't live to be 49 years old to be dumb, Slim.
I didn't either.
Okay,
That's why I'm telling you that.
yeah, that's why I'm telling you, you're not gonna talk to no one in here, nobody. You're not gonna ask me nothing. I'm not answering nothing, none of that. Okay? None of that. So they gonna go down. So if you wanna sit and keep violating my rights being in my house,
I'm not violating your rights.
you're violating my rights, baby. I'm telling you to exit my house.
I was invited in by someone.
And I'm telling you to get your out because this is my house.
Did I cuss at you?
I don't care. It's freedom of speech. Sorry if I spit on you. I'm mad. But
What are you mad for?
Because I don't like your attitude.
What's my
You
attitude?
think you fit. You think you put fit. You think that gun and that gun and badge don't mean shit. And it don't mean shit to you either because you're not upholding the Constitution, my right as a citizen. I'm a taxpayer. I don't give a if Jesus told you to come here. I'm telling you to get your out of here. This is my house.
And you just acting like an
You can call it what you want. You can call it what you want. You can call it whatever you want. One thing I'm gonna stand my ground. Because until I break the law, you don't have nothing over me. You don't have nothing.
No one said you did.
I don't give a you think I did.
I don't. You did.
I don't care what you think. You think you Mr. Tough Ass because you got your chest over. That ain't about nothing. I'm not afraid of none of you. I'm not even talking to you. I point at you. I point at you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm pointing at. Look, y'all. I'm pointing at him. He talking about don't point at him.
I'm asking.
Listen, you ain't asked me to do thing in my house. You don't like what you don't like. You get out my house too.
Listen.
Talking about don't point at you. What are you gonna do?
I'm trying to get your name.
What are you gonna do?
Do you want to have a conversation?
I don't want to have shit to say to you.
Okay.
I don't care nothing about you.
Do you want me to come back with a court?
I don't give a if you come back with Jesus. You gonna get out my house.
So
get out my house. Go get your court. You here? You don't even have a court order. You in my house? You don't even have a court order. No, he said he can't. No, that's not what he just said. And I'm video recording everything.
To take the child if you want to.
Yeah, you're not taking that child.
And if he comes back with a parole, we can.
Well, that's what he better go get.
Okay.
That's what he better go get.
The order now, just listen.
I'm not listening. I'm not listening because, see, you a threat. You a threat. You a threat because there are more officers in this world killing innocent people than there are terrorists here in the United States of America. There are more officers killing and violating people's rights, more officers. The same as supposed to sworn in to protect us. I don't want to listen. I don't know what you got to say.
And that's the
I
problem.
don't. You can call it what you want. If you understand the problem, understand the equal sign. The equal sign means I don't get what you got to say. Get out my house. You want me to calm down? You want me to talk to you? Step on my door. I'll come out there and talk to you. Other than that, it ain't gonna happen. Get the.
I'll talk to you outside.
That's what y'all do, man. Y'all stand your grounds. Don't let these police officers put fear in your heart, man. I don't need your foot in my door, hold my door back. I don't need you violating none of this. You're still on my property. I need you off of my property.
I thought you were gonna talk to me outside.
You outside, but you're still on my property. Get off of my property. I'll come out there with you. I ain't gonna shut the door on you. I'm gonna be a man. Oh, I'm a man in my shit. You trust me, believe me. I'm not scared of neither one of you.
I'm not trying to be.
You're being. I don't like you because you're a threat to society. I don't like you because you're a threat to society.
Because I'm asking you a question.
Because you're a cop. You're a crooked cop because you're already violating rights already. You sworn in to protect the law, and you're violating the law.
What did I do? That was wrong.
You came in my house.
I was invited in.
Okay, and I told you to exit my house. Then what?
And then I asked you.
Okay,
explain to
you're
you.
not. Hold on. You're not going to explain anything to me until I calm down. When I calm down, I'll shut the and listen to you. Right now, you got me pissed to the house of festivity.
Because I was invited in your house.
No, because when I told you to exit my house, your knucklehead ass stood there like you got big balls, like scared of you. I'm not scared of none of you. You got the wrong. I know about the law. I know about all of it. I know my rights as a citizen. I respect the cops who respect me as a citizen. Those are cops out there. I respect the cops that go out and protect my daughter from rapists and murders and people that are really breaking the laws out here. No. You do it. You do it, but you do it on your own time. You call yourself you're good, the crooked one. You go out there and catch some of the criminals, but you violate the ones who's upholding the law. And I'm telling you now, if he come here and he act like he gonna talk to me, they gonna talk to me like you're gonna be all gonna be standing out here by yourselves. Only thing you had to do is walk out my door. This is my house. No, but it took you. I wouldn't even got this angry, dude, if you would have just left. I would have never got this angry if you would have just left. What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number, sir? Sergeant Berry. Okay. Yeah.
Now, can I explain why?
Now, I want you to. No, I want you to. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, I'ma shut up and let you tell me what you need to tell me, which I'm almost certain is important. But understand this. Yes, my daughter let you in, and I'm almost certain they didn't say come in. They opened the door, and you took it upon yourself to walk in the door. Because I'm going to ask them.
I asked her what her name was.
Okay, no. Tell the truth. Because the truth will set your free.
I am.
That's what God says, right?
I am.
Okay. The truth is that you knocked on the door, she answered it, and you walked in my house. Listen, I am their father.
I understand that.
I am almost 50 years old.
I got that.
Understand this very clearly. You can believe what you want to believe. I've been studying law a long time. I know my rights. I know my rights. So when you jump out there, make sure you jump correctly, because I will have you in court with a vicious ass lawsuit. I promise you. Starting first thing Monday morning.
Fine.
Okay? I'm gonna do paperwork on this. I'm gonna do paperwork on that, and I will be calling Eternal Affairs.
Just remember, with that, this is recorded.
That's fine. That's good.
So it'll show
because that protects me and you.
Right,
I'm glad.
right.
Keep recording. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You should.
Me in.
Okay, that's fine.
This is the most constitutionally significant encounter in this entire video, because it addresses the one space where the Fourth Amendment has its strongest protection, the home. A CPS worker and officer have been let in by the homeowner's daughter. The father arrives and immediately invokes the legal standard that governs the rest of this encounter. Exit my house. He does not ask. He orders, because in his own home, he has the authority to revoke consent, even if that consent was given by someone else. Have I broken a law? Is anybody here committed any kind of criminal act? No. Then you need to exit my house. The officer stays. The father names the legal consequence. I'm coming for your pension. I'm coming for everything. He has been studying law. He is recording. He names the specific right being violated. You hold no authority in here. No authority. Then the lawsuit threat that reframes everything. I've been studying law a long time. I know my rights. So when you jump out there, make sure you jump correctly, 'cause I will have you in court with a vicious-ass lawsuit. Then he names Sergeant Slaughter, badge 61, the sergeant who arrived after the situation escalated and who will have to explain in any subsequent proceeding why the officer did not exit immediately upon the homeowner's request, which he later admits.
Okay. See, she invited you in. Let's say I accept that. That's what I accept that. I am the owner of this. I run this. Did I ask you to leave?
You did.
Did you leave?
Not right away. Because
Okay, that's what. Because when I don't need you. If you're not coming here with no documents saying that, look, we got to do this right here, right now. That's that. Then that's no.
That's what I was trying to show you.
No, you're not trying to show me, because he said that he had to go get. He can go. He said he can go. He can go get the child.
We're here to see if the child was here.
The child is here.
Okay, and
the child is very safe.
And that's what we're trying.
Well taken care of.
Okay, and that's what we were trying to establish, but you wouldn't let us.
Okay, no, because I was pissed.
Okay,
understand that.
It's
Understand that. When you piss, you're not trying to hear blah blah this and all that.
But it's
when you come in my house, be invited. You got invited. I'm gonna give you that. You got invited in the house, and this is my shit.
I got you.
So when I tell you to leave,
I got that.
you you about face and you walk out that door because you have no authority over me. I'm not a lawbreaker. I govern, I uphold the law, and I watch bad cops. I actually go out in the street and I watch bad cops to see if they violate people's rights.
But listen to me.
That's what I do.
We have paperwork.
Okay.
Saying to come check on the child.
Okay.
Only thing we were doing was making sure the child is healthy.
Okay.
Make sure the house is fine, which looks perfectly
Okay.
fine. The house.
Okay.
Wait. Let me talk. I'll let you talk.
Okay, no, because I'm adding, I'm putting all this together, because soon you finish, and then I'm going to invite you to my house. You're not going to come in my house, all this like we're threatening. I will allow you to come in my house, and you only to come in my house. I know normally you're supposed to have another cop to back you up to make sure you're safe. He ain't coming in. You're very safe. I don't have a gun in there. I don't have a weapon in there. I don't even go like I'm a single parent daddy.
I got you. And the reason we are here, like I said, came in, your daughter invited us in, we wanted to make sure the child was okay. If the child is fine, and the house looks fine, the house looks great, no problems with the house, he's gonna report it to Washington, D.C., let them know what the situation is, and then they make the decision. Okay. That's all it is.
Okay.
And that's what I was trying to explain to you, but
okay.
you let me explain
okay, no, I didn't let you explain at the beginning, because, again, if you're going to say something, let's start from the root of the problem. The root of the problem, yes, my daughter made a mistake and let you in my house. Okay. I found out you were in my house. I came down and said, look, about face, get out my house. Regardless of how I said it, whatever. I can say it however I want to say it, because it's called freedom of speech. That's what it's called. Okay? Freedom of press. That's what this is. Freedom of press. I don't need no badge to say do nothing, none of that. I can do it legally, and you can't do nothing about it. Okay? Once we get, if you would have just, okay, I'm gonna walk out and then let me come out and talk. I wouldn't even be this pissed. But don't come in my house, play this tough role with me, because I'm telling you, I don't care nothing about that. You know how many guns I had put to my head before in my lifetime? That shit ain't about nothing. I'm not afraid of death. Because I'm going to fight for what's mine. That's mine. All of that in there. My children, my grandchild, all that's mine. I'm willing to die right here, right now for mine. So understand that. Okay? Understand that. You can think what you want to think. You can think I'm playing this tough role. I swear to you, I don't play the tough role. I'm about my when it comes down to protecting my family. You police are more threat to people in the United States than any terrorist act that ever happened around here. Y'all killing more innocent people than terrorists are doing anything over here in the United States of America. Y'all are the problem. Okay, so with that being said, come on in the house. I'm gonna take you go look at the grandbaby. I'm talking to him. Don't
this
say.
Is my investigation.
Okay.
I need to explain something to you before I go into the house. Okay? You are live streaming. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Go ahead.
Are you live streaming?
Go ahead and talk.
I'm asking you a question.
You go ahead and talk. You said you had to explain something to me. Explain something to me.
If you are live streaming, this violates the confidentiality of children and the mother that I'm investigating. Okay.
Which is my child, so that don't mean that's a bunch of shit. So tell that to somebody. You don't like it, leave.
Then I will leave.
Okay. That's my daughter.
Live stream this, right? That's what you're going to do. Are you going to turn that off for me to go in the house?
No. What do you want me to turn this off for?
Protect the confidentiality
of who?
Minor.
Of who?
Of a minor.
Of what? My granddaughter?
A minor.
My granddaughter?
That's all I have to say.
Your granddaughter.
I said a minor.
Like I said, you want to see if the baby is healthy. I want to see if the baby is healthy, and you want to see if the house is.
Not doing it on a live.
I'm not live streaming, but I am recording you. I'll let you see it. I am recording you. I'm not live streaming.
Said you're live streaming, so I don't trust
I am
you.
okay. Let me show you something. If I was live streaming, you'll see Facebook. You'll see people watching. You do know about cell phones, right? How old are you?
I need you to take a couple steps back and go talk.
No, I'm on my property. You take a step back. This is my property.
Have a good day, sir.
Okay.
I'll come back with orders.
Okay, do so.
So just all I'm saying.
You come on, your officer. You come with him, sir. You come in because I know it's y'all. I know it's your job. I know when y'all go out, you're supposed to have another cop. Come on in my house. Come on in my house.
He doesn't want us to right now. We can't. Just listen.
Okay.
Just listen to me. All right. All right. If you want to go do whatever you have to do, let me know. And then I'm gonna talk to him for a few minutes. Okay.
You got my number.
Yeah. If you want to talk to him for a Barry, and I'll be over there. You can keep recording if you want. I don't care. All right. Listen.
I want you to know that you're
Just
you. Yeah,
All right,
I'm
listen.
talking to you,
Listen.
Billy Jean.
Listen. You can keep.
You heard what I said. What you gonna do about it?
Relax.
What you gonna do about it?
Listen.
You better take your Jerry Springer looking going up the street somewhere, because I wish you would throw your hands up on me.
Listen.
You don't want none of this, baby boy. You judges you want.
And this is how this encounter ends, with an admission from the officer, a confirmation from the father, and the most unexpected resolution in this entire video. The father voluntarily inviting the sergeant into his home after the legal principle he fought for was acknowledged. The officer confirms it. I did not exit right away. That acknowledgement, made on camera, to the homeowner who demanded the exit, is the Fourth Amendment violation stated plainly. Once the homeowner revokes consent, the officer must leave. The officer did not leave immediately. That gap is actionable. But the father, having won the legal argument, offers something the encounter never suggested was coming. Come on in my house. I'm going to take you to look at the grandbaby. Not because he has to, because the child is fine, the house is in good order, and he knows the sergeant is simply trying to close a CPS welfare check. He cooperates voluntarily, on his own terms, after his rights were acknowledged. The sergeant confirms the conclusion. The child is fine, the house looks great. The report will go to Washington, D.C., where a decision will be made. The father's final comment to the camera summarizes the entire video across all three encounters. Freedom of press. I don't need no badge to do nothing. None of that. I can do it legally, and you can't do nothing about it.